Good evening, Bindu. Thank you for joining in today's interview session. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, Bindu, before we proceed, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah. So I'm Bindu, and I'm Bindu, and I'm currently basically from Chikbalapur, but currently staying at Bangalore. And I'm graduated from Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology in the year of 2020, and currently having 1+ year of experience as a software test engineer at SAP Labs. And my hobbies are listening to music, singing, and watching comedy shows. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself.
That's awesome. So, as you mentioned that you have got 1 year of experience. So, can you please elaborate more? What are the different types of projects? If you have worked on multiple projects, what had been your roles and responsibilities?
So I've been working on a single project, that is a finance project. So here it is all about the vendor transactions we deal with, and also worked on the re-automation, where we converted the WebDynpro scripts into Start, because since in our company they are not using now WebDynpro scripts, so we are converted it into the Start scripts. And also I'm involved in the regression testing on a daily basis. So my responsibility is that always we perform the regression activities and identify the defects in that. And once that defect is fixed, then we just retest it. This is all, and also make the scripts reliable. This is my responsibilities.
That's awesome. So, as you mentioned that you had been working since 1 year and you're looking for a change at the moment. So don't you think that 1 year is not quite means a lot of time to know the things or how the industry works? Why you're looking for a change within this short span?
Yeah, but because I was interested to work on the selenium, but in my current organization, they won't like we don't have opportunity to work on selenium. They use a different tool called Start for automation. But I want my career to like start with the selenium by using selenium, since it is being used in most of the companies. So I wanted to change so that I don't want to spend more time on this itself.
That's awesome. So had it been your dream to be a software tester, or if given an opportunity, you will switch to development?
If it's given an opportunity, I'll shift to development. That's where I have something in mind. But I've started my career as a software test engineer.
Okay, suppose if you're selected in today's interview and you are searching for you are giving other interviews as well, and you get a role of development. So are you going to join my company, or you're going to take the offer as a developer?
No, I won't do like that. I'll before joining, I should first knew the things. Like
Mhm.
before joining as a developer, I should knew the things. It is not like simply I go and join, and then without knowing, without having any knowledge. So I won't shift my like I won't shift it my job as like that from software testing to developer.
Great. So since you're a tester, what are the 3 points that you think every tester should have, or you do possess, that you would like to bring to my notice?
The first thing is like we should have a good communication, as it is where it plays a very important role. And we should have like logical thinking. This all plays very important role as a software tester.
Okay, so can you describe a time wherein you had to use your logical abilities or analytical skills? Have you
Hmm.
faced any experience? Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever some like consider like we don't have any requirements given, or we just given some random application, we have to find some defects in that. So during that time, so we use our analytical skills and logical skills to test that application and to find the defects in a random way.
Right. So are you working in a team, or are you an individual contributor?
In a team, I'm working in a team.
You're working in a team.
Yeah.
So, as you mentioned that you had been working on a single project, right? So suppose if you're hired today and if you are working on multiple projects, you need to multitask, right?
Yeah.
So how will you handle such kind of situation when you had been working on multiple projects, and how will you maintain the quality of your work in both the projects?
So here I plan the activities first, like based on its priority. Based on that priority, like I give my time to the task, like when I'm working on multiple projects. This is how I balance my time, and I give the time to the work.
That's awesome. So how do you normally handle stress?
I normally handle stress by watching some comedy shows, so that I just it refreshes me.
That's awesome. So if I have to ask you that highlight your one weakness, what you would like to highlight, and what are the things that you are doing to overcome it?
So one thing I can say that is my weakness is that I compromise to the things very quickly. So if someone is not compromising, but I will be the first person that I will compromise. That thing I should overcome also. This is the one weakness.
So compromise as in you compromise your time.
I will be the first person who will compromise for the things.
That's awesome. So right. So tell me about a time you made a mistake or experienced a failure, and how did you deal with that?
This is on daily basis or regarding any work basis or project?
Anything, anything. You can tell me about any time that you had to go through this experience.
Okay, I'll tell. So when before I joined like a regression activities, I was working in a data preparation team when I initially joined the company. So during that time, one of the colleague, like the senior colleagues, has assigned me some tasks. But I was thinking like the task assigned to me is just for my practice purpose. But that was something should be completed on time. But I was not knowing that where I did the mistake. So then it was communicated with the senior colleague, so then somehow we balanced it by completing.
That's awesome. Can you give an example of a goal that you reached? And if you can tell me, how did you achieve it?
Okay. So here, since my background is like I'm from civil engineering background. So one first, my goal was to like I want to enter the IT industry. So that was possible 1 year back. That is the goal that I was working on.
So how did you achieve it? Means from civil to IT, it's completely different technology.
Yeah, so I it was decided like I was in the when I was in the third year of my engineering, I decided that I completely shift to the IT industry. So that is why I never approached any jobs or like in civil engineering department. So I then joined a course where I learned manual testing, automation, Java, and everything. Then through that, I have attended the interviews. I've gained the knowledge through interviews, and then some. I have got the job.
That's awesome. So if I have to ask you that, suppose you get the opportunity to relive your life once again. So what are the things that you would like to change or would like to work about, or you do not want to change anything?
I don't want to change anything.
Why is it so?
It's going good, so I don't want to change anything.
That's awesome. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years of time?
So in the next 5 years of line, I see myself that I upgrade my skills first in a better way
Mhm.
compared to now. And I want to see that I will be the person as a point of contact for the things in next 5 years for every, like it may be some production issue or any for handling of project that I want that the manager and even should contact me as a point of contact. So I want to see myself at that position.
Right. And why do you think I should consider your profile and not others who are waiting outside?
This is because when considering my previous experience, I have experience as a manual tester.
Mhm.
So if you give this opportunity, so that I will utilize my skills that which I got through the previous experience, and also upgrade my skills with the opportunity that you give to me.
That's great. So are you comfortable working night shifts, uh, working over the weekends?
No.
Why is it?
No, I want, like, it is not. I want some time to spend with my family and some personal things, and also I won't be able to completely available on the weekends or for the night shifts. So
Suppose you're working on a project and your project suddenly demands that there should be some testings that should happen in the night shifts. So won't you participate in that? And
if it is certain times, it will be it is okay,
mhm.
but not all the time.
Okay, that's great. So I'm done for the HR round. Okay, we'll start with the technical round. If you want to have a glass of water in between, you can have.
No, thank you.
Sure.
Okay.